I've always wanted to achieve something big, something great, but I was never able to do it. I would always fail. I thought I just have bad luck, until one day I discovered few things that helped me turn my life around. Tired of always finishing last, tired of always being a failure, I decided that something has to change. I searched and searched for an answer, but nothing helped, until one day the answer came to me straight like a bullet. And since then I have a lot more success with anything I do. And with this advice you will be able to do it too. But remember that success takes time. This way you will be ahead of 90% of people. You might be a failure right now. I was one too. But after this video you will start seeing progress that will bring you more and more success. After this video you will start achieving and learning things. Ever since I was young I wanted to achieve something. Whether that be making a Lego house when I was 5 or making a successful YouTube channel when I was 8. I've always had this burning ambition, this burning desire inside of me to achieve something. And that ambition never left me. And I'm sure that you can relate too. I'm sure that you want to achieve something big, something great. I know that every man has this burning ambition, that burning desire inside of him to achieve something. And that is good, because without ambition you would not have any goals. And without any goals you would not know where you wanna go in life. You would live your life on autopilot and hope for the best. And we all know that hope doesn't mean shit without any work and without any goals. How are you going to know where are you going if you have no destination? Imagine you're driving a car. You accelerate, but you don't steer. What will happen? You will crash. That will exactly happen if you only grind and work without any goals. You need to plan where you wanna go, then work towards it. I wanted to be a basketball player, but I wasn't good enough. You know why? Because I didn't put in the work I needed in order to succeed. I didn't know that at the time, so already I was setting up myself for a fail. You might say that I didn't want it hard enough, but you would be wrong. I wanted to become best basketball player more than anything in the world, but I just didn't know what was I doing or how to do it. But if I had the knowledge that I have today, it would be a completely different story. When I was 8, I got interested in making videos for YouTube. So I made my first video with zero knowledge and I published it. It got a few views because it was awful since I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Video after video quality got better and they got a little bit more views. And after some time I lost motivation, so I stopped making videos. And then again I started making more videos, then I stopped again. I was really inconsistent and obviously I got no results. Year and a half ago I started going to a gym. I decided to stay consistent for the first time in my life. So I saw the results and it made me want to go even more, and it also helped me stay disciplined. I mean, you heard this quote a million times. Consistency is the key. Try to remember a moment where you didn't do a certain thing because you were scared or nervous. You probably regret not doing it. I remember a few years ago I was out with friends. We were going somewhere by the bus, and beside us there was this one girl sitting with her friend. We looked at each other, and after a few seconds I smiled. And she blushed. You could really see that she was attracted to me. She wanted me to speak to her, but I didn't. You know why? Because I was scared for any reason. Later that night I felt huge sense of regret because not talking to her. But even if it was any other beautiful girl and didn't give me any signs, there is still no reason why I should not approach if I like her. But what's the worst thing that can happen? She can say no and reject you. But on the other hand, you will get experience and you'll be more confident and less nervous when talking to next girl. And what's the best thing that can happen? The best thing is that you get her number, you get to know her, and you also get experience and you also get the confidence. So I think that's a win-win situation. Just for any other decision you make, just do it. Just do it as long as you don't risk your life. Even if you're feeling a little bit scared or nervous, just do it. Because remember, one decision can turn your life around forever. Do you remember when you were a kid, you would want some video game or some toy so much that you would think about it for the whole day? You would draw it, you would write about it, and when you finally get it, you would be the happiest person in the world. For example, I have a paper that looks like silver play button hanging from the side of my PC. And I'm looking at it basically every day. When I'm writing, when I'm eating, when I'm working, when I'm doing basically anything, I'm just looking at it. And I basically already have it. I just need to wait some time in order to claim it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You need to be a little bit delusional in order to succeed, but delusional in a good way, or I can maybe say confident. Do you think that Michael Jordan would be the greatest of all time if he didn't think he was better than all of the other players on the court at the moment? Do you think that Mike Tyson wasn't confident, if not a little bit delusional about his skills? Do you think that he would beat anybody if he was not confident, if he was not saying to him,
I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston, I'm Jack Dempsey, there's no one like me. I'm from their cloth, there's no one that can match me.
You can hear a lot of times when players or fighters say, I'm the greatest of all time, I'm the best, I will beat anybody. That's because they need to be confident in order to be successful, in order to win. You can argue that I mentioned the greatest of the greatest, the best of all time, but they weren't born the best. They weren't always the best, but they knew that they will be the best. Just identify as a successful person depending on what you wanna be. If you say that you're a failure, then you're a failure. If you say that you're a photographer, then you are a photographer. If you say that you're a librarian, then you are a librarian. Now work hard to achieve that. Work hard to prove that. You don't need to say to everybody that you're that and that. Just keep it to yourself. Keep your goals to yourself. Now work hard to achieve that. You have to believe in yourself, because if you don't, who will? You can't expect nobody to believe in your dream if it wasn't theirs in the first place. But you might still be watching porn. You might still be addicted to porn. Porn will decrease your brain functionality and you won't be able to reach your goal if you are still watching porn. So if you want to break free and quit porn, go watch this video where I'm talking about how you can quit porn.